Welcome to Space Coast Live. I'm your host, Jenna Wood, and today we're coming to you from the beautiful beaches of Cape Canaveral. Why? Because it's December and we can. In just a few weeks here, Surfing Santa's Cocoa Beach will be taking place a few miles south of here at the Minuteman Beach Causeway. Are you ready for it? Here are a few ways that you can plan for this year's event.
Florida Space Coast is home to one of the most incredible and unique Christmas traditions in the world. What started as a family event evolved into a cherished pastime by the entire community. Every Christmas Eve, Surfing Santa's takes over Cocoa Beach and draws out tens of thousands of people.
Today I'm giving you the official Surfing Santa's breakdown and all of the tips that you need to keep in mind on Christmas Eve.
First and foremost, let's talk about the event schedule. Surfing Santa's is held on December 24th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the beach at Minuteman Causeway in Cocoa Beach.
Now that we know when and we know where, let's talk about parking.
Cocoa Beach has a range of free parking spots, street-side parking meters, and paid parking lots within the downtown area that surround the event. Please keep in mind the downtown area is surrounded by residential areas, and parking on these streets is prohibited. Now that you're there and you're all set, it's time for the main event. Head down to the beach for all kinds of awesome activities, including live music, costume contests, photo ops with Mr. and Mrs. Claus, and much more. Every year, hundreds of surfers dressed as Santa gather on the beach for the annual paddle out and surf session. Be sure to visit the Surfing Santa's website for more info.
That's a wrap. Keep all of these tips in mind to make the best out of your Christmas Eve here on Cocoa Beach.
Here in Cape Canaveral, Monroe Avenue is one of 3 beaches that provides mobi-mats, getting you easier access down to the shore. Now with winter break coming, your kids are probably looking for something fun to do. Here on the Space Coast, we have Brevard Zoo, Adventure HQ, and the Museum of Dinosaurs and Ancient Cultures. But let's check in with the Smooth Bear and see what his friends had to say about having fun here on the Space Coast.
Hello everybody, my name's Eric Parent, the Smooth Bear, and I brought a couple of my friends to Sky Zone. Sky Zone is wall-to-wall aerial action, but the only way to understand it is to experience it yourself. Are you guys ready? Yeah! So tell me, what made today's adventure fun?
Jumping! Jumping!
Jumping made it fun. My best part of today? Slurpees, man.
I love the slopies and jumping. Brain freeze.
Oh man, that's the worst. In this group, who jumped the highest? Do you feel like you're a trampoline expert now?
I was already a trampoline expert.
Why is this a good place to bring kids?
It's a big opportunity in giant space to jump a lot. You can get your exercise. Want to learn and have fun. And 45 minutes of active time, says my Fitbit.
If you could do this again, hanging out with me, where would you go next?
Ninja!
The Ninja Warrior course.
I'm a ninja.
What would you guys rate today?
Infinity!
Wow! So we had a great time at Sky Zone today. This is the best Slurpee I've ever had in my whole life. And I want to know, did you guys have fun? Sky Zone on the Space Coast is definitely a good time. The kids are tired and I'm exhausted. This is a great place to get the kids worn out so they'll sleep good for the night. Till next time, I'm Eric Parent, the Smooth Bear.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and now that the holidays are in full swing, there's no shortage of holiday cheer. From Surfing Santa's to skydiving Santa's and weekly events at the Avenues, all these events are sure to put a smile on your face.
Need the perfect place to get some Christmas shopping out of the way? The Avenue Viera has 600,000 square feet of all of the shops and restaurants that you could possibly need. With palm trees lining the sidewalks, the Avenue is beautifully designed with a unique outdoor shopping atmosphere. And if you need a quick shopping break, enjoy the Central Park green space where you can grab a bite to eat and relax in the shade. Make sure to get all of your holiday shopping done at the Avenue Viera right here on the Space Coast.
So far today, we've shown you plenty of fun things to do for the kids and the kid inside of you. But for those of you who are looking to get up close to nature, we have the perfect place for you. Palm Bay is a bass fisherman's paradise, and it's only 30 minutes south of Cocoa Beach. So get ready to sit back, cast the line, and reel one in.
I'm JT Kenney, and these are my Florida Space Coast fishing tips.
One of the biggest techniques that we use once the fish are done spawning is a topwater bait. This is a whopper plopper, and it's a really popular bait, works really good here on the Space Coast. But one of the things that I like to do down here that really makes me a lot more efficient when I'm throwing topwater is I like to throw it on braided line, and this is 30-pound braided line, and I like to throw it also on a fiberglass rod. And what that allows me to do is when a fish comes up and bites the topwater bait, we like to have the fiberglass rod, which allows the fish to eat the bait a little better. It's got more of a parabolic bend to it. But then our braided line cuts through the grass really good. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch on your topwater fishing that'll really make you a lot more efficient. Fiberglass rod to allow the fish to get the bait really good, but braided line to cut through the grass will really help your topwater fishing right here on the Space Coast.
One thing that I love about the Space Coast is that you can be sitting here having a fantastic beach day, looking over the shore and see things like this SpaceX Falcon 9 booster. It's so cool, and it's only something that you can do here on Florida's Space Coast. But another thing that I love is that we have many places offering you waterfront dining with a view. Let's check in with our foodies to see what's happening on Florida's Space Coast food scene. We're kicking off December here at the beach, and we hope that you guys will consider staying with us this winter here on the Space Coast. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Space Coast Live. I'm your host, Jenna Wood, and we'll see you next time.